scheduled Board of Trustees meeting was canceled because there weren't enough trustees present. But Mayor Tiffany Henyard still showed up and appointed a new village administrator and a new...
Tiffany Henyard's legal troubles have significantly deepened, with a series of contentious actions and mounting accusations against her. Despite the efforts of her criminal defense team, the controversies surrounding her leadership continue to grow. One of the most glaring issues arose when Brinley, one of Henyard's attorneys, falsely claimed that the board lacked the authority to call meetings and misrepresented the requirements of the Open Meetings Act. He stated that a 10-day notice was required to cancel a meeting. But in reality, the Act only mandates such notice when a public body changes the schedule of its regular meetings, not when canceling a single session. The situation escalated further when Brinley made the audacious accusation that the board was responsible for Henyard's appointment of Keith Freeman as village administrator. However, video evidence contradicted this claim, showing that while a motion to approve Freeman's appointment was made, it was not seconded, meaning it failed. Despite this, Henyard proceeded with the appointment, disregarding the board's clear disapproval. Brinley also misrepresented Jason House's authority to sign checks, claiming he lacked such power. However, both the Cook County Circuit Court and village rules clearly indicate that House was authorized to sign checks. These inaccuracies and misrepresentations raise serious questions about whether Henyard's defense team is focused on addressing the core legal issues or merely deflecting blame. Instead of offering a substantive defense against the mounting accusations, Brinley claimed that Henyard's personal lawyer could halt specific actions, misleadingly suggesting that only the courts, not her attorneys, have the power to make those decisions. This led to growing concerns about the true effectiveness of Henyard's legal representation. Are her lawyers genuinely working to resolve the situation, or are they merely engaging in a public relations effort to protect their client at all costs? Henyard herself did not attend the meeting where Brinley and McDavid made their claims, but the village board continued to work without her, meeting at the field house to discuss Dalton's finances. Her absence, coupled with increasing public criticism, painted a picture of a leadership vacuum in Dalton. During this meeting, Stanley Brown, a board member and ally of Henyard, made a public appearance, but his actions were met with skepticism. According to Brown, some residents encouraged him to attend, while others advised against it, fearing his presence might further fuel tensions. This meeting occurred just a week after Henyard attempted to call an unofficial meeting without a quorum, during which she named a new village attorney and administrator, moves that were immediately dismissed as unauthorized. Trustee Jason House was quick to reject Henyard's actions, calling the meeting unofficial and pointing out that the appointments were not approved by the board, further exposing the disarray and lack of coordination within the village's leadership. The continued operations of the village board without Henyard only added to the sense that her authority was rapidly eroding. Many questioned whether she was truly in control of Dalton's governance, as legal pressure mounted and public criticism intensified. Henyard's defense lawyers seemed more focused on assigning blame to others than addressing the growing allegations against her. With her ability to lead increasingly in doubt, Dalton found itself grappling with a leadership crisis that showed no signs of abating. Henyard's political future now hangs in the balance. The more her legal team tries to shield her, the more questions arise that they seem unable to answer. As the community continues to deal with the fallout from her controversial actions, the residents of Dalton are left wondering whether her time in office is coming to an end. Amid the ongoing scandal, the town's political future remains uncertain. During a recent trustees meeting, significant topics were discussed, including the municipality's financial crisis and potential layoffs. The village is struggling financially, and Henyard has been at the center of several scandals in recent months. These scandals, ranging from financial mismanagement to accusations of personal misconduct, have drawn the attention of political observers and the people of Dalton, leading many to question Henyard's leadership. Her actions and legal defense are under increasing scrutiny, casting doubt on her ability to continue running the town. One of the main points raised during the meeting was a disagreement with the village's bank, which issued a 60-day notice due to signature discrepancies. The bank stepped in when Henyard allegedly refused to sign numerous checks totaling millions of dollars in response to claims of financial mismanagement. In addition to these financial concerns, the trustees temporarily halted payments for employees and elected officials' meals and travel expenses, seeking to address the fiscal mismanagement at play. While the trustees worked to resolve these issues, residents voiced their disapproval of Henyard's leadership and called for her dismissal. They also approved a temporary ban on travel and food reimbursements, altered the requirements for check signatures, and reinstated 18 business licenses that had been suspended under Henyard's administration. Among other significant decisions, made during the meeting, the board finalized a new firefighter contract through 2027, further highlighting Henyard's previous leadership failures. Further complicating matters, Lee Lacey, the deputy police chief, is facing federal bankruptcy fraud charges, adding to the growing legal troubles surrounding Henyard's administration. Many residents attending the meeting expressed frustration with her absence and leadership style, making her lack of presence even more noticeable. One of the major issues with Henyard's administration is her alleged financial mismanagement. Critics claim she has misused public funds, leading to a budget deficit much higher than initially reported. Her administration has further eroded public trust by refusing to disclose spending information, violating state transparency regulations. Many residents and trustees have demanded greater accountability from the mayor's office. While Henyard acknowledged a $2 million budget gap, many trustees believe the true deficit is significantly higher. Henyard's alleged extravagant spending has only worsened the village's financial crisis. Between July and November 2023, Henyard and her administration reportedly spent tens of thousands of dollars on lavish purchases, including high-end meals, personal shopping sprees, and first-class flights. One of the most egregious examples of wasteful spending was a 5-day trip to Austin, Texas, where Henyard and her top aide spent over $220,000 in taxpayer funds. Invoices revealed purchases of luxury sportswear, upscale dining experiences, and lavish hotel stays. These expenses have outraged residents, who question Henyard's ability to manage public funds responsibly amid the ongoing financial crisis. The financial scandals have only heightened concerns about Henyard's leadership. Critics point to her extravagant spending habits, budget imbalances, and failure to address local business licensing issues. One such case involved Lawrence Gardner's trucking company, which the town accused of selling alcohol without a permit. Gardner denied these claims and won a case in his favor, suggesting that Henyard's administration may have targeted him for other reasons. Notably, shortly after Henyard took office, local business owners were asked to donate $3,500 to the village, raising further concerns about potential corruption. At a recent village board meeting, Henyard remained defiant, dismissing the charges against her as a politically motivated smear campaign. She continued to downplay the seriousness of the budget deficit, despite overwhelming evidence of mismanagement. However, her decision to host an $85,000 party for the Taste of Thornton Township event amid severe budget cuts only fueled public anger. Critics accused her of using public funds to boost her personal image, especially since the event, which cost $50,000, reportedly had a very low turnout. Since January 2023, it was discovered that Henyard and her team charged over $667,000 to township credit cards for out-of-town travel, including trips to New York, Atlanta, and Portland. Her administration is now under investigation for allegedly misusing public funds for private benefits. The controversy surrounding Henyard has been further intensified by her hiring of notorious attorney Beau Brinley, known for defending high-profile clients with questionable legal tactics. With multiple accusations of witness tampering and fraud, many citizens are wondering if Henyard's tenure as mayor is coming to an end. As the village trustees take steps to limit her authority and legal disputes continue, the pressure on her administration to be held accountable only grows.